Time is collapsing. Right now, multiple trillion-dollar industries, robotics, biotech, quantum computing, and artificial intelligence are all exploding at the exact same time. We are no longer walking into the future. The future is speeding toward us like a runaway train. Political commentator and activist Van Jones spends his time moving between two very different worlds. He connects the high-level tech billionaires building these systems with the historically marginalized communities who are most at risk of being run over by them. Alongside entrepreneur John Hope Bryant, Jones is working to drag underserved populations directly into this new economic reality. Jones warns that as corporations replace human workers with AI, we face something far worse than job loss. For millions of people who went to college, followed the rules, and built stable lives, being suddenly told their skills are obsolete creates mass humiliation. The tech sector is generating massive wealth, but if you don't have access to the underlying bots and software, you get left behind. When new wealth is scaled without equitable participation, it feels exactly like scarcity to the people locked out. That creates a highly volatile recipe for extreme social unrest. But there is a narrow window of opportunity. Right now, 99.9% of the population across all demographics knows almost nothing about artificial intelligence. Because the technology is so new, the playing field is entirely flat. For the first time in modern history, a person's starting position in a major economic shift is not determined by generations of historical disadvantage. This brief window of shared ignorance creates an opening. Underrepresented groups can adopt these tools now, ensuring they move from a position of historical disadvantage to the role of the creator. Building a business used to require massive bank loans to hire a staff and scale operations. Today, software code is replacing financial capital. This is largely due to the rise of AI agents. Unlike a simple chatbot that just answers questions, an AI agent executes complex, repetitive workflows autonomously. Assign it a task, and it will work overnight to complete it without your supervision. This leads to a new hyperscaling equation. You employ 1 or 2 humans while deploying dozens of AI agents. A single founder can now simulate the output of a massive corporation, bypassing traditional timelines to generate financial value in a fraction of the time. By removing the historical barrier of financial capital, the only real limit is a person's intellectual capital and creativity. That means a small team can build a highly valuable company in a matter of months. Navigating this landscape requires a specific mindset. Rigid, long-term planning is increasingly difficult. The critical survival skill in the digital era is the ability to rapidly pivot. This graphic details the pre-adapted mindset. Marginalized communities are psychologically wired for this exact digital environment. Surviving historical disruption developed deep agility and pivot readiness. Street hustle maps to rapid innovation, and a lack of resources forces the ability to make unusual connections. The heavy historical burdens carried by these communities are the exact psychological traits required to survive and dominate an unpredictable tech landscape. This chart breaks down the solution. Traditional businesses use AI agents to build massive wealth rapidly. To prevent displacement, we need entrepreneurs launching social tech solutions, funneling that abundance downward to protect vulnerable populations without access to bots. Organizations like Powerful Visions LLC are already building this infrastructure. They provide AI readiness tools, prompt suites, and strategic training to equip churches and nonprofits with these exact capabilities. They use the IES Ubuntu model, which integrates emotional awareness and spiritual grounding alongside technical proficiency. This approach ensures that technology serves the whole person and remains anchored in shared values. The core philosophy is simple. Ubuntu is the CEO, and AI is the intern. Human wisdom must always dictate the technology's ultimate purpose. We must combine the computational power of artificial intelligence with the lived experience of ancestral intelligence. Applying survival wisdom to machine speed distributes abundance across the community, turning raw data into the foundation for a civilization that includes everyone. Data running on its own only creates isolated wealth, but data filtered through a community-first Ubuntu paradigm creates radical equity. This transition marks the point where these communities stop being casualties of technological progress. By mastering these tools, they step into the position shown here. the architects of the future. Reclaiming the lineage means adopting these tools today. Connecting with initiatives like Powerful Visions provides the roadmap for communities to design the structures that will define the next century.